What's up, all my Phoenix fans out there? Thank you for joining me for the first episode of Planet Zoo after the beta. So I'm going to try to record this one more time. I've already made like 5 copies of this, or 5. I've tried recording this like 5 times, and every single time I end up in just a rant that is just way too long, and I don't really want to do that. I would prefer to just kind of show off what I've been doing instead of ranting. I think by this point, most people already know how I feel about the game. If you don't, well, I'm not happy with it. I'll explain a couple of things as I'm showing some things off, but I'm not even going to start right now with ranting, because then I'll just get into it, and we're going to take up the entire beginning of the video with it. So let's just kind of look around and see what I've done. So I've been working on this game since the 5th when it actually came out. I've been working a lot, so I haven't had a whole lot of time with the game. But what time I have had with the game has just been spent trying to figure out what I want to do with it. And a lot of that has been, you know, like a lot of my ideas and stuff have just been shot down because of the game itself. There's a lot of bugs still in the game that were left over from the beta. That still hasn't been fixed. Again, not going to rant. A lot of things aren't recolorable, which makes a lot of stuff really hard to kind of, you know, to work on. Like, you know, this and most of the walls and most everything isn't recolorable. These particular roofs were, though, so I did kind of go with those. But there's so many pieces that could be recolorable and are not recolorable. And Frontier's excuse is that the artists that were working on it decided it was a better idea not to have them recolorable to preserve the textures, which is complete and utter bullshit. I've played Planet Coaster for 3 years. In the very beginning of Planet Coaster, we nagged and nagged and nagged until we got recolorable pieces, so hopefully that will change in the near future and they start actually making some of these recolorable. As not having the recolorable pieces they stifle your creativity. So yeah, that's just kind of all I have to say about that. I could sit here and talk a lot more about it, but I'm not going to. So because of not being able to be as free and creative as I want to be, like I am with Planet Coaster, by being able to change things around, I tried like 4 or 5 different designs for an entrance until I finally came up with this one. It took me like all week to come up with this. Finally, like my last time I was actually streaming this game is when I actually came up with this entrance. So what I was trying to do was I looked at a bunch of different zoos. I looked at San Diego Zoo, Atlanta Zoo, Louisville Zoo, Cincinnati Zoo, just a bunch of them, trying to come up with an idea that I wanted to do for my entrance. And I did try to create a few of the different entrances in kind of my own style. And the lack of recolorability, again, I wasn't able to get like a lot of these done. So none of them was really working out. None of them was really looking right for me. So instead, I kind of went back to the drawing board, and I started looking at some of my older Planet Coaster parks. Whitaker Lake, for example. And Whitaker Lake is based off of Kentucky Kingdom and its entrance. So I got to looking at that entrance, and I thought, you know what? I want to do that. So I started trying to recreate the Kentucky Kingdom entrance here in Planet Zoo. And again, recolorability came into play, and I wasn't able to do it. So instead, I had to change things up. And instead, I made more of a rustic kind of version, and actually kind of a little more stylish. So, excuse me about yawning. I'm really late trying to record this because, like I said, I've tried this like 4 or 5 times, and I always end up just ranting. So yeah, it's more of a modern kind of take on a rustic park. Perhaps this is the zoo that is in the same area as Silverwood Park, my Planet Coaster park I've been working on here lately that you guys enjoyed. So maybe this is in the same area. Maybe this is like in just going to be a mountain, like a West Virginia zoo or a Virginia zoo or Kentucky zoo or something like that. Maybe that's the idea behind this. I don't know. I'm not going to actually say. I'm not going to give it any kind of really background or anything on where it's located. But it's going to be a rustic type of decor. Let's just say decor. So I was able to put some of the pieces together and kind of make this interesting little entrance here with ticket booths. This stonework for the arches as you enter into the zoo after you get your tickets, and just kind of redesign the buildings a little bit. I did some work on the entry plaza here. I'm probably going to go out and do like a parking lot over in this area. But let's see, that's enough of talking about the entrance to the zoo. Let's kind of move on into the zoo here. And I want to show you guys off something that I found in the workshop. That now, I do want to say that I don't really want to use a whole lot of things off the workshop. I'd much rather create my own things. And I was I like to look and see what other people are doing. You know, maybe try to get some inspiration or something. And I found this sundial. And the other night when I was actually working on this entrance, I decided, you know what, let's place this whole plaza that I'm building. It actually looks like it might actually be big enough for this sundial, and I want to see what the sundial looks like. So I placed the sundial, and lo and behold, it's the exact same size. I mean, it fits perfectly into the plaza I was making. So yeah, I didn't design this plaza around the sundial. The sundial is just it just fits perfectly into it. I actually designed this little plaza here during the beta, so luckily we were able to recover some of our blueprints and stuff from the beta into the actual main game. So I was able to get this in there. But this sundial has been created by Plastic Swans. Yes, Plastic Swans was the creator of this. I found it in the workshop. I definitely recommend you guys go check it out. Give it some love. Give it some thumbs up. Favorite it. And I know I did all of the above. Had no intentions of using it until I popped it down. And I was just like, you know what? That looks good. I'm keeping it. So that's going to be our centerpiece here for as soon as you come into the zoo. And then, like I said, this little plaza here I created during the beta. Probably going to do a bit of the same kind of idea here. This is actually, the plaza itself is a recreation of an area in an actual zoo. I just can't remember which zoo it is off the top of my head. But I was looking at it. I think it's the St. Louis Zoo. Maybe? Maybe? And they have this little plaza here, and they have this little lake and everything out there by it. So I wanted to do that and maybe put like a restaurant on the other side, possibly. Not 100% sure on that just yet, but I actually am probably going to put some animals. I'm probably going to turn this into a habitat right here that you can look out and see some animals as soon as you enter into the park. So probably going to do that. But this is everything I've been doing here. As you can see, I've been kind of plopping down some concrete here and there to kind of hide all the different areas. So all the paths and stuff, this way I can force the guests to go exactly where I want them. How dare they have freedom? I'm not allowed any freedom in this game to create and recolor things, so why should our guests have any freedom to go where they want, right? Alright, so we're probably going to put some gift shops and stuff over here where you can buy your plush animals, your plush antelopes and grizzlies and cheetahs and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I kind of want a plush cheetah right now. I really kind of do, actually. I just now thought of that. Now I want one. And then we're going to expand out and we're going to start taking the zoo in different directions and stuff. And I'll be honest, I really don't even have a clue of what I want to do in this game. I really don't. Now that the full game is out, again, there's so many bugs and stuff in the game. It's like not one single thing was fixed from beta to now. I guess they just decided to spend so much money on sending YouTubers and streamers to TwitchCon and such. And just marketing the game. I guess they didn't have enough to pay the developers to fix all the bugs from the beta. Like, I myself reported I don't know how many bugs. Not a single one of them on their issue tracker was actually fixed. But I digress. Again, nothing was fixed from the beta. Nothing, barely anything is recolorable. Trying to make a building on anything other than 4-meter grid, you're just going to screw up the building and it just gets off the grid. I don't even know how they could. This game is technically built up on the core of Planet Coaster, so how they got the core building aspects like so bad, I don't even know. Like, how could you screw something up that badly? I don't know, but they did it. So bully to them. All right, and I guess that's gonna be really all I have to talk about right now. I don't really have any animals in the park just yet. I'm hoping to try to get into the animals very soon because I think that's gonna be the actual funnest part of the game. Is watching the animals and playing with the animals and building the habitats and stuff. I think that is going to be a lot more fun than trying to do the buildings and stuff that like I typically do in Planet Coaster and stuff, because I'm unhappy with the way that the building mechanics and stuff work in this game and not having any recolorable pieces. And I know I just keep saying the same thing over and over, but I mean, I'm really unhappy with this game. I've been playing Planet Coaster for 3 years, and all the bugs and stuff that we've had in Planet Coaster, I mean, you think they would have learned. You would think they would have figured out by now what us as, you know, they're people who are actually paying them for these games. You think they would figure out what we want. And, you know, I guess they did listen to some stuff. There is the weather effects in this game, which are quite nice. But, you know, there's other stuff that they just like, you know, they're not even listening to us at all. There's been so many people complaining about the time of and how long it takes. Like, your animals just die too quick. And I agree with this. There's a lot of stuff that is out there that people are saying about the game that I completely agree with. The bad things, anyway. Very few good things I'm actually agreeing with people with, because I feel like they've been paid, or, you know, like basically Frontier is just like, hey, you know, give us some good, you know, we'll give you the game for free, and, you know, you're going to be one of our favorites. All you have to do is just talk about how great the game is and never say anything bad about it. Just like our forums, you know, we don't want to hear bad opinions. We only want to hear good opinions. You know, if somebody starts talking bad about it, we're just going to put like paper or tissue paper in our ears, not even listen to it, because we don't want to hear bad things. We only make good games, right? Yeah, that's what everybody says. That's what everybody tells us. All right, I'm ranting again. I'm so sorry. I've tried. I don't want to take away from what I have done here by ranting about Frontier yet again. Hey, these lion statues are nice, aren't they? Yeah. Alright, so I guess that's gonna be it. This is what I've been working on for like a week in this game. This is as far as I've gotten, and I honestly, I can't find the heart to play this game. Every single time I get into it, I get so frustrated that it's just like, I quit. I don't even want to touch this game until there's a bunch of issues just fixed with it. So I can't tell you exactly when I will have another episode of this, but be on the lookout for it. I will try to get in there and do something with it. Maybe get some animals in there and start playing around with those. So thank you for joining me in this first episode of my new Planet Zoo Park. It doesn't have a name. I think right now, like I said, maybe we'll put it in the same city that Silverwood is in, or the same area that Silverwood is in. And the name of that town is not actually Silverwood, it's just the name of the park. So, but it feels like it would fit in that general area, so I'll probably go along and kind of like maybe make them kind of matching, like sister parks, I guess, in a way, like a zoo and a, you know, I mean, why not? There's Cincinnati Zoos right up, you know, close to Kings Island, so I suppose this could be in the same area. You know, why not? You know what I mean? All right, I'm out of here. Thanks guys so much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Hopefully you guys like what I have made here. Let me know all your comments down below about my entrance here. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your opinion on Planet Zoo is. Are you thinking the same thing as me? Are you thinking different? Let me know your opinion on the game. Your honest opinion. You know, don't be a shill for Frontier. I really want to know. Like, if you've got things that you hate about the game, then let's hear them. Maybe I'll do a video talking about all the bugs and showing everything off, so maybe Frontier will actually listen to us and maybe fix these things. In the meantime, wherever you are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Thanks for watching. What's up, everybody? Thank you for watching the video. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button down below and click on the bell to stay on top of all my new videos and live streaming events here on YouTube. I also want to give a huge shout out to all the names you see on the right for their support through donations, Patreon, and through Twitch subs. If you would like to join their ranks and you are able,
you can do so by clicking on any of those links in the video description down below. No worries though, if you don't like giving away money like that, you can still support the channel by purchasing games or anything through Greenman Gaming, through Humble Bundle, or through Amazon by clicking on my links and making your purchase. A little bit of that goes towards me to support the channel. If you still can't get enough of me, you can always check me out live on twitch.tv and stay up to date with me on Twitter as well. Now that's going to be it, but I can't say thank you enough for all your support here on the channel. Wherever you guys are in the world, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. See you later.